Hi gorgeous! In today's video, I will be talking all about the note Ylang Ylang. I noticed recently that I have quite a few fragrances with this note. So I thought I'd bring you a compilation of the fragrances in my perfume collection that I'm loving that all share this beautiful note. So if you're interested in hearing all about these fragrances, then please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back. Thank you to those of you who just clicked on this thumbnail. On this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey, and I sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle in my monthly vlogs. So if any of those things sound good to you, then I would love to have you here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. The gorgeous note of Ylang is very nuanced. So let's talk a little bit about this note. I'll be looking down at my phone to read some of these notes. Ylang is described as a deep, rich aroma that's slightly sweet and floral, and it has hints of custard, jasmine, banana, honey, neroli, and spice. Ylang is a floral note that is nuanced with aspects of creamy balsamic and powdery custard. To my nose, Ylang has this like very meaty, textured, banana-like nuance. It's a little buttery, it's creamy to my nose. And I find it quite interesting that the Ylang flower not only looks like a banana, like banana peels, like the peel of a banana that's been split open, but it also reminds me of banana. Like we can see the creativity of God and nature and how he made everything with a purpose. And it is so cool to me, like so cool. So the first fragrance that I have here with the note of Ylang is Dolce Garden. Dolce Garden is a classic scent in my opinion. It has these very creamy florals. It has coconut, there's vanilla in here, it's sweet, it's tropical, there's almond milk in here at the base, I believe. It's nutty, it's fruity, it's just so good. This is a very dense and thick fragrance, and so it's not for the faint of heart. This projects beautifully, lasts forever. This is just such a gorgeous fragrance, and the Ylang is present at the mid of this fragrance, where you also find frangipani and coconut. So this is a beautiful fragrance, y'all. This is Dolce & Gabbana's Dolce Garden. The next fragrance I have here with the note of Ylang is Kilian's Sunkissed Goddess. Y'all, this fragrance has me in a chokehold. The only reason I have not been using this fragrance more is because it is a limited edition. This is absolute luxury in a bottle. This is the perfect fragrance for a luxury resort, and the Ylang is done so beautifully in here. The Ylang is very prominent to my nose. The note structure in here is very simplistic, but somehow this fragrance smells absolutely luxurious. This opens up with bergamot and neroli. You have tiare and Ylang at the mid. Then you have coconut, vanilla, gaiac wood, and labdanum at the base. I don't feel like I can adequately describe this fragrance because although it sounds like a sunscreeny type of fragrance, it is so much more than that. In my opinion, this is the most luxurious sunscreen-like scent that you could find. It has white florals, it's sweet, it's creamy, it has coconut. That yellow floral is very prominent. It's a little lactonic. It is gorgeous, and the opening is very citrusy and white floral, but then this develops into a very rich and creamy, slightly woody base, and I love the way this fragrance develops. I think the development of this fragrance, the dry down, is what gives that luxury in a bottle vibe. This is Kilian's Sunkissed Goddess. So this next fragrance is more of an evening, very sexy, date night, maybe fall winter type of scent. This is Joorie by Kajal. This fragrance had me in a chokehold in the fall and winter. This fragrance, y'all, is such an exotic concoction. Joorie is sweet, it's silky and honeyed, it's warm spicy, it has this very prominent buttery yellow floral. This is also woody, and I think the woody aspects mixed with the warm spicy aspects is what makes this fragrance very sexy and deep and bold. And I love this scent. It is so unique, very different for me, but very beautiful. And the rose note in here is also very prominent as well. So this fragrance opens up with spices. It has pepper, nutmeg, ginger. It also has bergamot at the opening, so it's bright and spicy at the same time, if that makes any sense. I love the nutmeg in here. To my nose, I definitely pick up on that nutmeg, and it's gorgeous in the opening of this fragrance. At the mid, you get rose, and then it's paired with ylang. I feel like those are the star notes at the mid of this fragrance. The ylang and the rose pair so beautifully together. And in the base, you get honey and vanilla and tonka, and you get woody aspects. There's a little patchouli in here. So this fragrance is very grown up, very sexy, extremely unisex as well. I feel like anybody can pull this off. And yes, this is just a beautiful interpretation of ylang and rose and woods and spices. And this is gorgeous. If you have been here for a while, you know the love I have for this next one. This is Junoon Rose by Al Haramain. This fragrance is so beautiful. So beautiful. So Junoon Rose opens with ylang. That's the beauty of this fragrance. The ylang pairs so beautifully with the bergamot and the cherry blossom, and the opening is absolutely bold and intoxicating. So in this one, you get the buttery and creamy aspects of that ylang paired with the bold and bright cherry blossom and that fresh effervescent bergamot. So the opening is absolutely stunning in this fragrance. This fragrance has amaretto at the mid and powdery notes with some more rose. So it gets very powdery at the mid and also very fresh in my opinion. And then at the base, you get tonka and amber. Those are the most prominent notes to my nose. Some of you said that you do pick up on the leather or suede note that's at the base of this, but to my nose, I pick up tonka and amber. This fragrance starts out very bold and powerful and creamy, and then it gets powdery, and then it gets creamy all over again with the amber and the tonka. This is so beautiful. This is Junoon Rose by Al Haramain. The next fragrance I have here with the gorgeous note of ylang is Kayali's newest Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42. Just like Junoon Rose opens up with ylang, this fragrance also opens up with the note of ylang. And I feel like you definitely can pick it up in this fragrance if you're concentrating on the note. And although the note of ylang is not like a star in this fragrance, it's definitely there, and it definitely makes a statement. This fragrance opens up with vanilla, pear, marshmallow, rum, violet leaves, and that creamy ylang. So this fragrance has a very creamy, juicy, and fluffy opening. And I feel like the rum is maybe a balancing note here. But the ylang is definitely there to my nose. It is definitely prominent. And although the ylang is not the star of the opening, I definitely feel like it's a supporting note that adds a floral component and a creaminess to the opening of this fragrance. As I mentioned earlier, ylang also has like a custard-like property, and I feel like it also adds that component to the opening of this fragrance. This fragrance has very sweet and candy-like middle notes. There's caramel, jelly bean, bubblegum, and it also has a very deep and resinous note at the mid, which is labdanum. So a very potent, rich, bold, very sweet and candy-like mid on this fragrance, and then it softens out and gets sugary sweet at the base. It has cashmerean or cashmere wood, I believe. It has sugar, sandalwood, tonka bean. So this fragrance is so delicious smelling. And you get that ylang in the opening, serving as a very creamy custard-like and floral hint at the very opening of this fragrance. So this is Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42 by Kayali. This next one is a love as well. This one is Bora Bora by Giardini di Toscana. If you've been here for a little bit, you know my love for this fragrance. It's so stunning, it's luxurious, it's everything. I love it. This fragrance is me in a bottle. It is absolutely beautiful. It's feminine, bold, it makes a statement, yet it's very soft at the same time. It has a tropical nuance. It is absolutely gorgeous. So this is primarily a white floral fragrance with supporting tropical florals. And at the top you get tiare, you get jasmine, you get apricot, but then you also get the ylang. So ylang opens this fragrance up as well. And this fragrance has a very thick and creamy and dense floral component. That banana-like and custard-like creaminess of the ylang pairs so beautifully with the thick, very creamy and slightly fruity nuance of the tiare. Then you throw in the jasmine, which has this very fresh, natural in some cases, indolic feel with the fruity juiciness of the apricot, and the opening is absolutely intoxicating. So good. Then you have coconut milk and jasmine lactone at the mid, which to me gives this fragrance a lactonic characteristic. And then you have a silky and creamy and sweet base. So this fragrance is delicious. It's creamy and tropical, and it has beautiful florals. It is stunning. This fragrance is also an amazing performer. This is a 10 out of 10 fragrance. This is Bora Bora by Giardini di Toscana. And the last fragrance I have here is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Eau de Parfum. One of my subbies shared some details on how to get this fragrance. I'm not sure if you'll still be able to get it by the time I upload this video, because this was a limited edition fragrance. But this also has a beautiful note of ylang. I will put the details that she shared with me in the description box with you all, and anything else I can find on Huda Beauty's website and social media accounts. Y'all, this is so good. This is so unique. It smells so beautiful. And with this fragrance, the dry down is where it's at. It's the dry down. When I first sprayed this, for the first few minutes, I was like, oh, okay. And then it started to dry down. And I immediately was like, oh. And I just kept being taken aback the longer I wore this fragrance. The longer it sat on my skin, the longer it sat on my clothes. This is so stunning. The ylang is not a star note in this fragrance, but it is definitely there at the mid, balancing out those other florals, really adding that banana-like, very meaty and creamy, very thick floral component to the mid of this fragrance. So this is Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Eau de Parfum. If you are still here and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like on your way out, because that really helps my channel grow. And also, if you enjoy these kinds of videos, I make fragrance content quite a bit on this channel, and I would love to have you here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you never miss another video. Before we part ways, I want to remind you that today is a new day. Today is your day, and you have all of the potential, all of the capability. You have what it takes to make today a better day than it was yesterday. I believe in you, and I'm rooting for you, and I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.